Hello and welcome, baby. December 21st. Happy winter solstice, man. Shortest day of the year, very spiritual day. A lot of weird things kind of happen on this day. Guess what? It's weird that's happening on this day. We have the last day of fantasy football playoffs on a Tuesday. That's weird. That's weird, everybody. That's really weird. But it's winter solstice. A lot of weird things happen. A lot of weird pagan festivals used to happen at this time. It's a weird day. Got to mark it. Got to mark it. Shortest day of the year. If you're in the northern hemisphere, just get ready for a long night. That's all I can say. The longest night of the year. The moon's out though, so you can catch some of that. This isn't an astrological show though. This is a show about fantasy football. Iggy's fantasy and betting. Thank you for joining today, my friends. And yeah, dude, last day of the fantasy playoffs. It's been a weird week. Like you got people. You just seen all these stats. Like Travis Kelsey had more combined than like 7 or 8 wide receiver ones. He had more points. Now he's got the COVID. Just let me find some more stuff. I don't know where it's at. I don't want to be waiting too long on this. Backups. Duke Johnson being the top running back. Team's not getting 25 years old. It's just weird. Such a weird week. Oh man, dude, it's a great game though. But here we are. We're in the playoffs. It's just such a lot of weird stats, man. It's just such a lot of weird stats, and nobody's underperforming. You have to, a lot of best balls down. But here we are. Somehow the NFL screwed us, and we have the Rams playing today when they should have been playing with all their team out, and that's how it should have been, especially on a fantasy football playoff week. But the NFL don't care. The NFL is just like any other league. They want certain teams in the playoffs, and they want the Rams in the playoffs. They're going to tilt the field tonight with the referee. I don't know if you've been able to see it. I hardly ever say that the referees have been tilting the field. The referees have been tilting the field a lot during the past week. It's a bizarre week because it's week 15. There's a lot of money moving around, and it's also bizarre because it's winter solstice. It's just the cosmic energy about everything. And here we are, last day, Tuesday. Not one game, but 2 freaking games. We got Washington versus Philly, and we got Seattle traveling to LA. It's just I don't know, man. It just feels weird. I'm very upset at the fact that they moved these games. It's not fair to the better. It's not fair to the Seahawks. It's not fair to the other NFC teams. But by God, they want the Rams in there because Sean McVay's a darling. They talk about SoFi. They just like nut in their pants every time they freaking talk about SoFi Stadium because it's where your NFL headquarters are. It's where other studios have their sports headquarters. So it's going to be a hub, and they want it to be there. And they want the Rams to be there because they don't want LA to have a fan base that doesn't like its football teams. Because if that happens, then they've just built a stadium and they've built these offices, and it would be for nothing because they won't be filling the stadium with their own fans. It'll be other teams' fans there, and they're trying to prevent that. When we go back and look at this game, God, the Raiders, just where the crap were you, Hunter Renfrow? You had 2 fumbles and 3 catches, dude. What the heck, man? Let's just go through the stats. Raiders won 16-14. I hope you're following my advice. I told you guys to place that bet. I told y'all to place it when it was still at plus odds. The league did everything they can to move it. But, it didn't work out. The Browns aren't that good. That's just what the truth is. But the Raiders aren't that good. 25 for 38 for 236, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derek Carr. Josh Jacobs had 15 rushing yards for 52, 15 attempts for 52 yards. Peyton Barber had 5 for 34. The rest is dismal. Zay Jones had 6 receptions for 67 yards. Foster Moreau had 7 for 65. Josh Jacobs had 3 for 42. And then here's Hunter Renfrow, 3 for 32. Ruining it all. Not very happy about it. Brian Edwards had 3 catches, 8 yards, and 1 touchdown. Jonathan Abram, shout out to those who started him. He had 9 tackles. I was playing against him. He killed me. I think every player playing yesterday that did well was playing against me, and that's just how it works. KJ Wright, 4-4. Max Crosby had 4. He really let me down, Max Crosby. What a disappointment. Nick Mullins was in at quarterback. The Southern Mississippi, I don't know what their mascot is, but that's what he is. 20 for 30, 147, 1 touchdown. Nick Chubb, 23 carries, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Dearness Johnson is the only other person that carried it even once. Dominant People Jones, 4 for 48. David Njoku, 3 for 29. Rashawn Higgins, 3 for 24. Dearness Johnson, 4 for 17. Harrison Bryant, 2 for 11 and a touchdown. Just nothing good out there. MJ Stewart, 11 tackles. Sheldon Day, half a sack. Jeremiah Uswa-Kamara, half a sack. Josh Jackson, half a sack. So just not really a whole lot to write home about. Pretty dismal game. Vikings and Bears. I don't know which game was worse. These were both awful games. Thank you, Monday night, for ruining it. I just hope these next two games are really awful and nobody gets any points on in the fantasy world. Somehow that tells me that's not going to happen because nothing's going my way. It's kind of weird, right? It's weird. Somebody had to win this week, but how? How did people win with these lineups? Kirk Cousins had an amazing line of 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Way to go, Kirk Cousins. You did nothing and you won the game, baby. Dalvin Cook, he also has a 28 carries for 89 yards. Receiving, Justin Jefferson, 4 for 47. KJ Osborne, 3 for 21. Everybody else had 1 reception or only 2 yard reception, Dalvin Cook. DJ Woonem, 7 for 1. Harrison Smith, 8 tackles. What did I tell you? I played against him. But DJ Woonem had 3 sacks against Justin Fields. Holy smacks. That's incredible. Anthony Barr, 5 tackles. Kendricks, he had 7 tackles. But Harrison Smith with 8 playing against him. Destroyed my lunch, man. That's the way it goes sometimes, though. But hey, we're on here to Tuesday, man. We're going to start looking. Let's look at some of these bets. Seahawks, 6.5 point underdog. That line's at negative 105, though. Negative 115 for the Rams to cover 6.5 points. 47 points on the over under, plus 230 for the Seahawks. Negative 290 for the Rams at the Washington football team. Same spread, 6.5 points. Same line, negative 105 for the Redskins. Oh, the football team, excuse me. 41 points on the over-under, plus 225. Negative 280 on the line for the Eagles. What's the boost? You say you're giving me a boost? I want to see it. What's the boost? Give me the boost. What's the boost? If I can find it. NFL, baby. Oh, there's not one. It says there's a promo. What's the promo, man? I can't find it. Let's go look and see what bets I got going on today. We'll just try to do something successful with this. It's crazy because my best ball teams, I got 4 remaining. I'm playing against Daryl Henderson and Cooper Kupp in one of them that I only have a small margin lead in. I have Van Jefferson in the one I have a good lead in. And that's just the way it works. It's. I wanted to join the one I want to advance in. There's only 6 people in the next round. You have to get first in it. But I did place a couple bets. Got a 4-pick parlay right here. Who do I think is this is a spread parlay. So I took the Seahawks at 14.5 tonight, and then I took the Eagles at negative 2.5. So I teased them both. I went ahead and added the Titans, and I teased them to plus 10.5. So Seahawks 14.5, Eagles negative 2.5, Titans plus 10.5. And I went ahead and put the Colts at plus 7.5 because I think they're going to win. That comes out to plus 229 odds. Not the worst. Not the worst out there. We could have worse. When we look at touchdown scores, let's pull that up as well. Take a look at what went out. Cooper Kupp negative 150, Sony Michel plus 110, Darrell Henderson plus 110, DK Metcalf plus 130, TJ Lockett not in yet, so we might be able to get in on that. Rashad Penny's at plus 120. Let's see if I'm going to put DK Metcalf on one. Because I think the Seahawks are going to win. I really do. Eskridge, if Tyler Lockett can't go, his touchdown's at 500. You gotta love those odds. You know what I'm saying? Nothing not to like about it. I hope he scores a touchdown. We all need him to. NBA risk free, same game parlay. We're not doing that. FanDuel, the sucker bet. I call this the sucker bet because they put it right up at your top. It doesn't hit most of the time, but here it is. Los Angeles Rams, first quarter winner. Los Angeles Rams went by 1 to 13 points. Los Angeles Rams, double result. So halftime and winning. So basically, this is the Rams to win the first quarter, the Rams to be winning the second half, the Rams to win the game, the Rams to win the game by 1 to 13, and there'll be over 46.5 points. That's about as dumb as a bet as you can place, in my opinion. That's not a very smart bet because I don't think there's going to be 46.5 points. The Seahawks aren't putting up a lot of points. I don't think the Rams are going to be in any kind of rhythm. So that right there just kills it. Even if you think the Rams are going to win this game, 46.5, that's 7 times 6. That's 6 touchdowns and 2 field goals. That's hard. You might as well just say 7 field goals, 7 touchdowns. Uh, I'm staying away, but that's the sucker free same game parlay, as I like to call it. FanDuel, you can come at me if you want. I don't care. Let's see here. I do have, my 4 leg. As soon as I heard this news, and I thought these games were going to be played at the regular time, Cowboys, Raiders, Eagles, Seahawks. That parlay is still hitting. I can cash it out right now for an $8 game. Screw that, baby. We're letting it ride because I still think the Seahawks have a good chance to win this game. I really do. Here's another 4 leg parlay I got going on for the Christmas special. Got Eagles covering a 2.5 spread. Seahawks covering a 14.5, same as normal. For some reason, I had a hard time finding the Christmas games on other sports books, but FanDuel, shout out to you did it. Green Bay Packers money line, Indianapolis Colts money line. That's a pretty good one. That comes in at plus 339. Of course, I got like 2 or 3 on my Aaron Rodgers MVP, baby. I'm loving that. But let's take a look at what we can build here with some anytime touchdowns, man. So I went ahead and took DK Metcalf. If we're going to build a parlay, I think that's good. D. Eskridge, man, he's not a rookie anymore. He's coming on kind of hot. Maybe, just maybe, we can get that touchdown from him this week. Would be pretty awesome. Sanders and Gibson and Hurts and Goddard. Let's go Goddard again. Let's just ride the hot hand. He had one last week, although it was with Gardner Minshew. We do have Dallas Goedert, and his is at plus 150. So DK Metcalf, Dallas Goedert is at plus 475. If you felt more comfortable going the running back route with Miles Sanders and let's see, so that one's at plus 475. DK Metcalf, Dallas Goedert. You could just go Eskridge, and he's at plus 500 if you just want a single with higher. If we go running backs only, which running backs are we going? That's the question. Sony Michel, Darrell Henderson, both are plus 110. Rashad Penny at plus 120. So let's see. If we do Sony Michel, let's just say he's the high hand. You heard me, Pike. Let's see here. We go Miles Sanders. That's plus 341. So you take your pick on how you want to do it. I am going to probably lay the DK one. I don't see any specials or boosts or promos or anything like that for us to attack. Like I said, watch out for that sucker free bet. Or that sucker bet. I just don't think it's good. No boost on this game. All these people have the day off. Ooh, man, look at these odds for this other bet I got going on. Touchdown score. Let's look at the passing props. You guys like them. All we have so far out of both games, Jalen Hurts, 199.5. Stay away from it. Jalen Hurts. Football odds. We don't have anything going on in the half. What the heck, dude? They're just not giving us a lot on the lines. And I'm sorry for that. I wasn't prepared for that. Usually they're here. Russell Wilson and Matthew Stafford each to have 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 170. Man, this is tough. They're just not giving us much. I'm sorry. I don't know why they're not giving us much on the Seahawks Los Angeles game. I'm not a fan of it. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing there on that. Let's look at the defense. Nothing on that one either. So maybe I am right about the Seahawks game. And maybe that's a sucker bet. I might go double down on the Seahawks to beat the Rams. I think we got an upset on our hands. I think the Seahawks are well prepared for this. I think Pete Carroll wants to beat Sean McVay one last time. Yeah, I have no props, guys. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I do have a tackle plus assist prop right here, baby. Singleton, Harris, Holcomb, Slay, Landon Collins, Rodney McLeod, Steven Nelson, and TJ Edwards. The highest line is TJ Edwards, man. 7.5 at plus 100. We also have Singleton at 7.5, negative 115. Landon Collins at plus 115, man. At 7.5 as well. He's going to have to do a lot of tackling for that team. So I don't know why that's at a pause. Plus, Singleton, I hope he gets over 7.5. I just need him to have like 2 pick sixes, strip fumble, a couple sacks, 10 tackles, and I'll feel pretty good about myself winning this week. But that's it, guys. I'm sorry there's not more props than that. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up today. Tuesday's kind of a short show. I usually do the power rankings. I'm going to wait till next Wednesday's going to be a loaded show. We're going to cover the Charity League. Going to come back up on the power ranking. Going to do some waiver wire stuff. So, just take a look at all that, and we'll be back for it. If you need anything, check out Iggy'sFantasyandBetting.com. whoopsie for all your needs. And got articles on there. The player pine hit last week, and I get tired of bragging on myself because I'm right so much on it. Just go read one for yourself. Go find out. I'm always right on this thing. I think it's good to go as far as that goes. I mean, Iggy's fantasy betting. Go check out the player pine. If you played that, you had some people that you were able to pick on waiver wires because those are the only people that did good this week. So make sure you go check out player pine that just hit. I get tired of bragging about myself on it. It's fun. It'll help you win your league. All right, and then check out some betting articles as well, man. You guys have a wonderful day and take care.